Hello, and welcome to episode 5, the season finale. I'm Jordan Vaughn, and as promised, I've handpicked 3 of my favorite comments from all the episodes this season that I will be giving my response to. I've done the interviewing, now it's my turn on the hot seat. So without further ado, I'll read off my first comment, which comes from Ben McAdoo. Ben commented, "As the rate of UCL injuries among pitchers continues to spread like wildfire, there are frequent choices to be made on whether to undergo Tommy John surgery as opposed to alternative measures. While UCL reconstruction surgery boasts recovery rates of as high as 97.2% in a study of 179 MLB players, many would argue that alternative measures such as conservative treatment are more beneficial and less risk-filled for athletes with tears of the UCL. I would be interested to hear your take, Dr. Vaughn. By the way, I love your videos. Keep up the hard work." Thanks, Ben, for commenting as well as for being a big supporter of the channel. Without our viewers, this show would be as pointless as a circle. Dang, sounded better in my head. Anyways, so Ben, there are so many people who lie inexorable on this issue, as there are some solid points on both sides of the argument. However, it is important to ensure that you know the facts and research on Tommy John surgery before siding one way or another. So I'd start out by saying, for those with full tears of the UCL, there are really no other alternatives if one is looking to return to pitching, as there's no longer anything holding the 2 torn parts together, which is the only true way for the UCL to actually heal. The real decisions come into play when a player experiences a micro or partial tear of the ligament. Although Tommy John surgery may seem to be the easiest solution when treating a partial or micro tear, conservative measures are more often than not the best course of action to take, as they don't take as long and don't hold as much inherent risk. A conservative treatment plan as provided by OrthoNC only takes 10 weeks in total, as compared to the 6 to 12 months that Tommy John surgery rehab has the potential to take. This allows pitchers not to miss out on seasons that are crucial to their development, as well as their college recruitment. Even if they are not nearing a crucial spot in their careers, the sooner pitchers can be throwing again following injury, the less time it will take them to redevelop skills they may have gotten weaker since the last time they picked up a ball. Extra time can do nothing but help, as time really is of the essence. And if the timing aspect doesn't deter anyone, maybe the risks of Tommy John surgery will. For one, there's the possibility of infection following the surgery, which could lead to nerve and blood vessel damage. It is also possible for the graft to either stretch or rupture after it is introduced to the area, which may require reoperation. As if that wasn't enough, the surgery can actually begin to irritate the ulnar nerve, as the procedure is done very close to it, causing ulnar neuropathy, which results in tingling and numbness of the medial elbow area. This weakness and numbness does have the potential to be permanent, which would almost ensure the retirement of the patient from baseball. If one truly gives these 2 factors the time of day, it is evident that conservative treatment is the most beneficial route in ensuring the safety of one's baseball career. All right, Ben, I hope I was able to answer your question. Thanks again for all the support. I'd like to take a second to thank our sponsor of today's episode, Mercy Health. Mercy can get you back on the field in no time. Let's move on now to Dale Wiley's comment. Dale wrote, "As the parent of a travel baseball kid, I've heard many allege that undergoing Tommy John surgery in the absence of a tear can actually increase the performance of a pitcher. So I'm wondering if Tommy John surgery has any benefits for non-injured players." All right, thanks for your comment, Mr. Wiley. It is definitely an interesting question. Although it may appear that pitchers throw harder after an injury in cases such as MLB pitchers Carlos Carrasco and Danny Salazar, who throw routine 100-mile-per-hour fastballs even after getting Tommy John surgery. These increases in velocity are actually due to error in how velocity is recorded. The reason why pitchers may see a perceived increase in throwing velocity is that analysts often measure post-surgical pitching velocity compared to the speed they threw around the time when they injured their UCL. When pitch velocity is measured close to a UCL injury, the arm is naturally very weak, as UCL injuries are a result of wear and tear over many months, leading pitching to be slower. When this number is compared to the number after surgery, it is naturally faster, as the new ligament does not have the wear and tear of the old ligament. So to answer your question, Mr. Wiley, there really is no benefit of undergoing Tommy John surgery in the absence of an injury. So let's move on now to the final comment of the day, coming from Sandra Owens. She commented, I think many people fail to realize the impact that increases in Tommy John surgeries has on the culture and inclusiveness of the game. If the trends continue, where do you see our game in the coming years? Well, Sandra, that is actually a very good question. As rates of Tommy John surgeries continue to be on the rise, we are working towards a game where Tommy John surgery is the norm for pitchers. And I see a couple big problems with this. First of all, Tommy John surgery is not cheap, often costing tens of thousands of dollars. We cannot forget about the lower income athletes. If Tommy John surgery ever becomes the norm, lower income pitchers will automatically be put at a severe disadvantage. This places better off players in a position where they simply don't have to worry about risking elbow injury, really allowing them to pitch much more frequently, and therefore allowing them to sharpen their skills a lot easier. Their lower income teammates, on the other hand, will likely be pushed to be more conservative with their throwing frequency, as well as in-game pitch counts, leaving them at a possible disadvantage. My other big issue with Tommy John surgery as the new norm is that it would really cause players not to do as much as possible to prevent these injuries in the first place. Baseball was once played in the poverty-stricken streets of Brooklyn, New York. Let's not forget its humble existence. Thanks again for the comment, Sandra. It brought up a very great point. And thank you all for the comments. Although I couldn't get to them all today, I will definitely be looking through them. I would like to end by saying this. Whether you are a parent who wants the best for their kids, a coach who wants the best for their players, a baseball fan who wants the best for the game, or a player who wants the best for themselves, we can all agree that baseball is a giving sport. It gives us an outlet, a way to express ourselves, and a way to carry on even when the going gets tough. Let's preserve our sacred game by not allowing Tommy John surgery to continue to spread like a pandemic when it can be so easily prevented. Save the game. That's all I've got for this season. I really appreciate everyone who stuck around over the course of the past 5 episodes. There were so many valuable teaching moments, especially from some of our guests. I hope you enjoyed, and one last time, thanks for joining us on this season of the Bullpen Podcast.
Don't wanna wait till tomorrow.